Hi, I'm Aura, and I'm the host of Collective Mind, and I'm gonna try to level up our world again in Genshin, and we will see how it goes. I think we tried it once before, when we hadn't done quite as much leveling as we have now on this team, and I don't think it went well, but I feel like we're in a better spot now, and it might be enough better to try it again. And the other thing I might look at is Spiral Abyss afterward. So let's see. When I was updating the game earlier, I got here after doing a couple dailies and things. So let's see how this goes. Recommended party level is 80, so I'm still behind according to that. And I guess I'm about to find out the hard way if I actually need ice or not. Okay. But let's try, I guess. I'm nervous. Okay. It's fine if it doesn't go well. But if it does go well, we would get a lot of rewards right away, which could be really nice. To continue leveling characters and stuff even. Okay. Ooh, okay. Just almost messed that up. So far, so good. Okay.
Stay put.
Oops, wrong one. Oh. Yeah, this team is set up pretty well, I feel like. And I think we've done some level 80 stuff, not in co-op, successfully on this team. About to find out, I guess.
Don't be scared.
Nope.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gua.
The wind rises. Wretched vermin.
Get them.
Okay.
Swollen fury. Quick fall.
Stay put. Nice and spicy. No, my sword.
Okay.
Behold.
Well, still got hit a bunch. That's okay.
Cry louder.
Okay.
You're toast. Time to act. Rain outlines your fate. No, my sword. Rain cutter.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't be scared.
far enough.
Okay, we're not done. We're gonna big heal everybody for a second.
Rain outlines your fate.
Squall and Fury. Unsightly insects. Too slow. The wind rises. You're dead.
Like right on top of him. I can't even really see what I'm doing. Oh, I got hurt a lot. Okay.
No, my sword.
Okay. I did it. That went pretty well. Okay. So let's go see how many rewards I unlock immediately from doing that. Nothing else in here, it seems. Okay, let's go here and get some adventure rank rewards.
Add Astra.
That's a lot. Okay. So I should still maybe focus on leveling this main team more.
Relax.
Could technically put me in a bad position though to have nobody of
There's no
some
such
of those
thing as pure
elements
freedom in this world.
even close to
Even
on
though
level
one
with
cannot
this main
belong
team,
forever.
you know? Like if I'm in a spot where I really need ice or electric or something.
Relax.
Well, let's go with Spiral Abyss and see if that influences the decision at all. Oh, I think a lot of those need 2 teams by that point though, don't they? Because that would lead me to leveling
There's
the
no
other
need to
team
exchange
first.
pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation.
Let's
Just
go look. Here, right? Yeah. So I've done everything up until 7. I've done nothing for 7. Well, this is going to benefit a lot from crit, which my other team is literally built for. And it is a first half, second half thing. Which is already enough that I need more Okay. So now that I know for sure that that main team was strong enough to get through the Ascension, I need to get the other team up to this level, I think, is next. Meaning, I can hopefully do a bunch of leveling functionally of Ayaka, because she's the lowest.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Spending a lot more on it, but I just got a lot, thankfully. I can't ascend her again because of this specifically. Great. Do I have other leveling materials still, though? Like, could I... I haven't even ascended you. Well, I haven't ascended any of them. Oh crap. So that'll be a headache and take a while. That will be a headache and take a while. That's the most, probably. Okay. Hi, Violet. Welcome to chat. I'm doing pretty decent today. How are you? So I'm actually the closest to ascending you by far anyway. Okay.
As a jeweler cherishes their gems.
I guess let's go farm a million of these. My day is going pretty well so far.
Hello there.
Oh, thanks for following. I did some like organizational stuff with my to-do lists and things. And I updated
There's no such
Genshin,
thing as pure freedom in this world.
but
Even the
this
weak
is
can
one of the
live forever.
first like big productive things of the day so far. So I'm glad I was up for streaming. It's always nice when I'm having a decent day, physically and emotionally at the same time. But yeah, we'll see how much I manage to work on and get done. I also could end up deciding to switch gears after a little bit of farming this. How many do I actually need before I talk myself into not actually doing this right now? 14. Guess I'll do a little bit, because this also makes more sense to some extent to do in co-op anyway, so if we play on Sunday, to do then. We do play other games. The main game other than Genshin that we're streaming regularly right now is Path of Exile, because there's a pretty new league on there. So we started that. We have a character that we're going through the story completely for the campaign still, and then go from there. But we do some other games sometimes on and off. We've done Minecraft and Sims and stuff before. We did Farming Simulator for a little bit pretty recently. A lot of those we'll probably do more of sometimes. Just depends which games we're the most into at the moment. But Genshin has been mostly pretty consistent that we do it at least once a week-ish, with the occasional break where we got sick of it for a little bit and or more excited about a different game, like when the new Path League first launched and stuff. So, yeah. I guess since I'm here, I'll do at least one of these fights and then decide based on how doable the fight is, combined with how many drops I get from each one, if I want to farm this enough to try to ascend her, and then I'll probably do Archon quests and or story quests.
Rain outlines your fate.
More! Behold! You're dead! More!
Why am I not even firing at them? Okay.
Body and nice and spicy.
So this isn't going super fast, but they're also not killing me or anything, so... Oh! Right after I say that about them not killing me, and then I didn't actually switch to the healer like I meant to, but it's probably fine. Because you're dead. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Might be it. There's more really close, it seems like. Yeah, we're farming at least a few, because that's literally all I need to ascend Ayaka again. In terms of Ascension materials. And then I was probably going to do some quest stuff to hopefully get more leveling materials from that.
If someone can't handle it,
So,
maybe that's their problem.
let's see. Up where? Are you the same thing? Let's find out.
You're up. Time to know my sword. Out of the frying pan.
I think so? But I wasn't paying that close of attention. Where'd you go? I think I killed you. Did you drop anything? Yeah, in the middle of the fire. Okay, that was it. Cool. So there's another one right there.
Stay put. Rain outlines your fate. Nice and spicy.
Behold! Say no more! To the very...
Okay. I completely lost track of how many I have. 7 of 15? Okay. I need 8 more. Okay. There's another one this way somewhere. It seems. There's probably some over there too, but... Hi.
It's my lucky day! Boom!
Oh, I think I avoided that perfectly. Yeah, this team is already nicer than I thought. I think I've been doing too much co-op to some extent, where I'm not playing with the whole team and getting to
Stay put. Know my sword.
really see
Nice and spicy.
how well it works. There we go. I lost count again. I think that was 2 of 8, maybe? I saw one of you up here, didn't I? Did I make that up? There you are.
Let's get down to business.
Don't be scared. Booba, get them.
Behold! More! No.
Okay. Is there any more over here? Okay. I don't think I got all of them from that other spot, though. I didn't completely think that through. Oh wait, I can do this.
Rises.
Keep forgetting how nice that is as just a traveling thing when I'm crossing stuff like that. There's just a chest right there? How did I miss that?
You even want this?
I've probably missed that a bunch of times because I've farmed these things several times before because I think I need them on multiple characters. Okay, well. Where do you actually want me to go to farm it now? Over there? Sounds good. And technically I'm in the right area to keep working on Archon quest stuff after this, so I suppose that makes sense. No.
Too slow.
This area is highly dangerous. I guess I should also do a trial for the new characters at some point. I think they're both Fire 5 stars, but I haven't really looked at them yet. And with the Primogems I got,
No, my sword.
I wonder if I'll be able to do a round of wishes right away. That'd be fun. It's the whole crew of them. I wonder if I'll get the rest right here. That'd be really nice. Yeah, man.
Don't be scared. Booba, get them.
Swallow the fury.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Didn't kill any anywhere else. Wait, what's that? Okay. Oh. No, nothing. There's another one close, but how close am I? I keep losing count. I don't think I'm the only one in the hunting area. 2 more. Okay, we're so close. This way. Probably on the beach. Although it doesn't look like it's on the beach, so I think I just completely lied. Oh, hi. What? Let's be smart. Oh yeah, that's way smarter. It's on the whole other side of the island. I bet I was right, and it is on the beach. It's just all the way around. So I suppose I could have run around the whole way if I wanted to.
Let's get down to business.
Hello.
Stay put.
More.
Nice and spicy.
Behold.
How
It just exploded a bunch of them immediately. I only need 2 and I'm currently fighting 3 of them. I think my odds are very good. 1. Did you not drop anything? Did I just fight 3 of them for 1? That is so rude. Can't believe you would do this to me. Can't teleport to there though. Fine. I also got a few of the higher ones, which I will also need. I don't even think I need heals, but while I'm standing here, might as well. Kind of want to just fly, but that seems maybe stupid. Should probably take the thing. Is this not where the thing is? Oh, it is. Okay, good. That's up. Summon, please. Thank you. There you are. Or there's one at least. There's several over here. I might just fight all of them, even if I get the drop right away, because I'll need more.
Rain outlines your fate. Booba, get them!
Squall and fury.
And then even while I'm doing Archon quest stuff over here, I could technically just keep an eye out for them and just fight any I run into. There we go. I got the last one and a higher level one, which is even better. Because I will need that next.
Behold.
Got anything for me? Yeah. Another small one? Okay, I can turn small ones into better ones. Oh, there's a whole crew of them up there. Okay. Might as well.
Let's get down to business.
You guys gonna try to chase me down here? Too late. Well, I just destroyed an innocent tree.
To the berry.
I like this team a lot. Okay.
Lucky day. Squall and fury.
Yeah, I'm on. Got both of them. Nice. Okay. Sweet. And there were drops over here. Okay, I have more than enough. I have a bit of a start for the next round of them as well. So, let's see how many more leveling materials I even have after ascending her.
Thank you for your guidance.
It's a good thing I got a good amount of Mora. Add everything. Okay. So then I can
A
let's
blade embraces its duty.
look at this stuff. Because I'm gonna try those. Story quest. A new area over there, cool. And a quest I can't do, it looks like, because I don't think I've unlocked it. Let me look. I don't know if I've unlocked it or not. But that's okay. Let's do the trial. Character test runs, I mean. For the 2 new banner dudes. Okay. Okay. So there's some healing. And there's some adding pyro to the normal attack. Seems complicated. We'll see.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Let's see.
Transfixed.
That's cool. Looks like a pole arm. Okay. Final life will absorb healing effects that a character sees. I am so confused by that, but okay.
Let me lead you a verse.
Fire it up! Here's backup!
Witness my rise.
Yeah, it added pyro to that. So I think I might have used the Bond of Life thing. Do I see that somewhere? Is it just the X's? And then it's used like that? That seems like that might be true.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Okay. If I'm right about that, that's less complicated. And I would be less worried about it.
Animal test 6308.
That's not done yet. There we go. Suppose we'll do that too.
Everlasting as the moon.
Oh, wow. That did pretty big damage at the end there. Okay. That is a maybe. Let's see if I like you better. It seems like the mechanics of that could get me in trouble if stuff got timed really badly, I think is what I'm worried about. Because it seems like during the bond thing, she's not getting healed at all. I think it said that. And then, like, if I time it badly and she doesn't get her burst, she could end up, like, dying because of that. But let's see. Oh, you might be a bow. Yeah. You consume your own health when you aim? Okay. There's some healing. Does the grin thing do damage or just taunt? Taunts and then deals damage when it leaves the field. Okay. And if there's one there, when I use the skill, it explodes. Interesting. It seems like it does a lot of stuff, but that I might not have to pay as close of attention to it.
And voila!
Okay. I don't know how I do the thing it said I was doing. Why did it give me almost only fire characters? Whatever.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
Step right up.
Why?
I'll settle this. From the frying pan into the fire. I'm going in.
Okay.
Here comes the finale.
So I have to aim that. I'm not used to doing attacks like that, really. I don't think I hit it. Okay. Until I haven't done that in a while. Turn to me. Oh, I think I hit it that time. Okay, well now I don't know which one of those to go after. Do I have a different fire bow character that I even like? That's the first thing I should check, I think. Obviously you're not a bow. You're not a bow. You're not a bow. You are, but I don't like using you. And then who else of these is fire? Are any of them? You are. What weapon do you use? Okay. So I think I will go for that one. Just to have a fire bow character that I like better.
Relax.
Yeah. That's where I'm leaning. Let's grab these. And then just make this go away. And then let's go after you, I guess. Let's see if I have enough prem gems. I might. More than. Okay. Sweet. Move my face out of the way. Okay. It's been a little bit since I've gotten a 5-star, so technically this could go extremely well immediately, but let's find out. It would also be nice if I could unlock constellations for her. I don't think I have either of them, but they could just be ones I haven't really used. But let's find out. Nope. No 5-star. But who'd I get? Who or what, I guess, for 4-star. Nothing yet. Great sword. Okay. Let me see Well, first, let's see. Literally one. Okay, well. Still closer. Let's see what I have that's wrong on you. It's already a 4-star, which I assume is good. Yeah, it's got a bunch of health on it. And does a shield thing. Yeah, that's perfect for you. You have a 4-star already also. Well, let's look at it, at the new one. Which one of these is... I bet it's this one. Energy recharge and crit. Helps with energy stuff. Okay. Bet that could be useful for somebody at some point, but not right now. I didn't realize I had another one of these. Okay. So I did that. Oops. Let's move my face again. And then... what are we doing? Hey Mia, how are you? Let's see, I never go to it that way, so I couldn't find it. I'm doing pretty good today. I think I'm gonna work on some Archon quest prerequisite stuff.
Relax.
And then go from there. Looks like I'm really close to it. I want to let the ad finish before actually getting the dialogue to start. Almost there. Okay. I'm glad I did that because I was right. It started automatically.
Do you know where it lives? Great
Ah.
yokai? What's that?
Cool, I didn't just forget.
You've never heard of it? It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic powers and can even shapeshift into anything it wants. One time, the Great Mujina Yokai stole some rice from our house. And this other time, it pushed my dad into the river. Sounds like a very naughty little monster. 'Cause we finally found out how to chase it away.
Okay.
My dad said that the Great Mujina Yokai likes to play tricks on people who stay out all the time and don't come home when they're supposed to. So all we need to do is chase it away. Then we can come out and play whenever we want. This monster sounds
Pretty sound logic.
Aren't you guys afraid? Surely your parents must be worried about you. Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna find the Great Mujina Yokai with some friends, and he didn't even say anything. So we think it must be weak right now. It's probably hiding away so it can rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as we get home before it gets its strength back, we'll be safe. Something sounds very strange about all this, but Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the Great Mujina Yokai is one of those storybook monsters that doesn't exist in the real world. We should tell them so they don't waste all their time looking for it. Oh, children, listen up. There's no need to go looking for the Great Mujina Yokai, alright? Because it isn't real.
Hey, Cosmo.
No way.
Uh-oh.
That's impossible. My dad wouldn't lie to me. Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from home because it's too dangerous. That's not true. The Great Mujina Yokai is definitely real. Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And then she's gonna show us how to blow it up. Yoimiya, huh? Wait, as in fireworks prison break, Yoimiya?
We told her all about the Great Mujina Yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared of it. We should learn how to chase it away instead.
We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya said that today's the day! Yoimiya plays with us and tells us stories all the time. She wouldn't tell a lie. But... Come on, let's get out of here and go find Yoimiya. Wait, hold on, don't go!
This seems like it's gonna be interesting.
Didn't seem to take that very well. But Paimon was only trying to look out for them. Who knows what Yoimiya's got to do with this? Let's follow the kids and see what's going on.
Okay. Why is it saying it's gonna do another ad in 6 minutes? Doesn't seem right. I don't remember how I know this Yoimiya character.
Guys, don't be so down. She was only joking back there. How could the Great Mujina Yokai not exist, huh?
But we've never seen it for ourselves.
That's because the Great Mujina Yokai is extra powerful. And that's exactly why I need your help, isn't it? It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, remember, if you want to be a hero, you gotta have patience. And wisdom, too. Even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show starts. So, remember to come and pick up your weapons from me before then, okay? No matter how powerful the Great Mujina Yokai might be, it's no match for my specially made fireworks. Just light them up and you'll scare it off no problem. It's up to you guys to protect your homes, your crops, and your folks.
So what are you actually recruiting these children
Thanks,
for?
Miss Yoimiya. We'll try and be more patient.
Oh yeah, hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys, one each. Remember to give it to your parents and tell them to keep it safe. Just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about.
Okay, thank you, Yoimiya. We're gonna go back now.
Oh, thanks, Yoimiya. Come play with us soon. Sure thing, will do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later.
So...
It's definitely been a while. I have no idea who you
So
are.
it was you guys. I guessed as much from the way the kids described you. No worries, though. I'm not blaming you. The Great Mujina Yokai is pretty popular with the kids, so of course they're gonna get upset if someone tries to tell them it doesn't exist.
Okay, but it definitely doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably something the parents had come up with to stop the kids from running
Same.
off all the time. But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute and likes to play pranks and doesn't hurt people. So, I guess now the kids' impression of the Great Mujina Yokai is mostly influenced by me.
Right.
So in a way, this monster is all a product of your creativity?
So is this just all, like, spun out of control now because you're trying to keep the lie going? Or... do you have a separate agenda that I am maybe supposed to remember from whenever I had already met you earlier in the story? and you are like using the kids to help you accomplish that. I don't know.
Maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna be the one who exposes it. Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all the time, but they could have easily had other reasons too. If I just go ahead and tell them that the great Mujina yokai doesn't exist without knowing the full story, then who knows? I might be doing more harm than good.
That's a fair point.
Besides, they're just kids. They should be allowed to believe it if it makes them happy. That's more important to them than questioning what's real and what isn't. Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. The fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are all the colors of the rainbow. Ooh, the mist spirits that live far off in the mountains and guide you to fairyland if you can find them. I know that they don't really exist, but I still enjoy believing in them. If someone came up to me and started telling me to stop being so stupid, they don't exist, I'd give them the evil eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
Right? So what if it's made up? It's also really awesome and kind of magical. So it's not up to anyone else to tell me what's what. The things we believed and the experiences we had when we were young turn into our priceless treasures as we grow up. When you were kids, surely you guys believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. It's the same thing. If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now,
Okay, I hope
what
you're a
else do
good
we have
guy.
to tell them? That Inazuma's locked down, all the grim tales of the Vision Hunt decree. I think it's a bit too early for all of that.
Yeah! Oh, way too early, for sure!
Whether you understood me or not, don't you worry. I'll take care of the kids and make sure they stay safe. Okay, it's about time I headed back. The Naganohara fireworks show is just around the corner, and there's still a lot of things to get ready.
Naganohara
Okay.
fireworks show? Is that hosted by your family or something?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the event. It's well known throughout Inazuma. Oh, on the subject, are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come along. I'll prepare an extra pretty firework just for you.
One thing I will say, Cosma, is that a lot of stuff that looks like switching can look like dissociation, because some of what you're seeing in a lot of switches is dissociation. And dissociative amnesia can be a thing with trauma without being a system necessarily. It's obviously a thing for systems too, but that's not the only way to have dissociative amnesia, so something to keep in mind. On top of the idea that pushing for system discovery early cannot be great. Which I know you said you weren't gonna do, but like, to reinforce that, I guess. I guess there's another ad going apparently, so I'll wait to finish the dialogue. Almost there. Okay.
In that case, come with me to Naganahara. We'll go see my bots. There's still a few fireworks to finish off before the show.
Okay. She's giving me
Inazuma
kind of
is
caretaker
home to the Yai
vibes.
Publishing House, and a lot of people who like to write stories too. In fact, most of what they write is based off of the kinds of fairy tales I was just talking about. A lot of them have bad endings though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again. The hero who
Okay.
slays the dragon becomes the next dragon. The sacred sword that once fought the darkness now becomes a doomsday weapon. I know these kinds of stories are all the rage nowadays, but I really can't bring myself to like them. If something's magical, it should be kept that way.
I see your point.
Quit following me.
Alright. There we go.
I'm back!
The fireworks show is almost upon us, and the fireworks for each family are almost ready. Oh, new faces? Who are these two? Friends or customers?
A bit of both, actually. They arrived in Inazuma just recently. Can't let them miss out on a fireworks show after coming all this way, can we?
Well, either way, come on in and have a seat. And I, Naganahara Ryunosuke, will tell you all about the long history of the Naganaharas.
That can wait. Pops, I need to ask you about something.
A long, long time ago.
Pops has started telling his stories again. Sorry about this. Ever since Pops had his accident, his ears don't work too well.
Really? But for a moment there, it almost seemed like you were having a coherent conversation.
Much, much later, people eventually realized that if you grind certain materials into dust, they burn with many beautiful colors.
Pops, wait!
Huh? What's that?
Did they deliver those firework materials that we ordered yet?
Oh! Yesterday's fireworks have all been delivered. So have the ones from the day before yesterday. And the ones from the day before that.
No, Pops, I meant the materials. The materials that we ordered. They should have arrived today.
Ah, today's fireworks are almost ready too. Don't you worry. Your old man's skills are still as sharp as ever.
No, Pops, the materials. The raw materials for making fireworks.
Sorry?
Oh boy.
Materials!
Oh, the materials!
Yes.
The materials! Sorry, Paimon got all excited because you finally got the message across.
The materials aren't here yet. The couriers did come over to explain why, but, well, I think they did, but I couldn't quite hear what they were saying.
No worries. As long as we know, that's fine. We can just make them later. Don't forget to take the goods in when they deliver them, okay, Pops?
Of course. Leave it to me.
Oh, sorry if we were a little loud. It's always the way, though. It's like that every time I need to ask Pop something.
Makes sense. Yeah, some things like that might, like, as interesting as they would be scientifically speaking and stuff like that, they might not have as much of an impact as you would think on treatment and stuff like that. Because, like, general acceptance and understanding within the medical and psychological community about systems would obviously be helpful, but knowing exact statistics and stuff doesn't really affect like the process of figuring out if the person in front of you is a system, you know? And not everyone needs to know they're a system, especially right then. So even if it helps figure out from the outside how likely it was that someone was a system, that might not actually help that system right then anyway, you know?
That's my pops. He's a good person, all right. Everyone around here respects him. Because my pops is deaf, he never argues with anyone and never contradicts them. He just listens cheerfully. When I was little, I thought it was because he really understood me and agreed with whatever I had to say. So, I told my pops everything. Eventually, I realized that the reason he was like that was that he's deaf. But I still tell him stories every day.
Huh? Why would you do that?
It just makes me happy to see him smile, and it keeps him from being lonely, right? Anyway, more importantly right now, the fireworks show is right
That's
around the
really
corner and the
nice.
materials still haven't arrived. We need to think of an alternative.
Am I gonna go get
Is
them?
that you?
Oh, you scared me there! I thought I told you to be more careful before you speak.
Sorry.
Hold on, I'm coming over.
Okay, what's going on now? Also, in terms of statistics, we don't even have good statistics on how many children are traumatized to begin with. So, because obviously a lot of things go unreported and a lot of people don't realize they have trauma because stuff gets really normalized. Or they think that,
You
like,
think I've got a sharp
whatever
tongue?
specifically
I
happened
just
to
tell
them
what it
wasn't
is. If
bad
someone
enough
can't handle it,
and stuff.
maybe that's their problem.
No one's looking. Okay, you can come out now. Come around the side. We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission was around. Otherwise, we'd all be in big trouble.
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash, but when I heard you come back, I just...
Don't worry, Sakujiro. So far, at least, everything is going according to plan. We're going to look for firework materials shortly. While we're out, we'll sort out the boat situation for you, as promised.
Thank you for all your help.
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he
Okay.
was smuggling himself in, the Tenryo Commission found him and put out a warrant for his arrest.
An arrest warrant?
Shh! Keep it down! We don't want to draw any unwanted attention. If Sakujiro was caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat and send him out of Inazuma again.
To be clear, even experiments and stuff, even if they could happen or it were okay for them to happen for the type of stuff that you're talking about, wouldn't give exact statistics still. Because stuff is, I don't think subjective is the right word, but it depends on the individual person so much that you could do an experiment with like 100 kids or whatever and get a percentage from that and than with a different 100 kids and get a different percentage, just depending on specific details about those individual kids, you know? Obviously, those types of experiments should never happen anyway. But even if they could, we wouldn't get any kind of exact statistic from anything like that. So, I don't even know that I would say it would be more exact than the kinds of statistics we get just from surveys and clinical research of people who are diagnosed and getting treatment, you know? So just individual clinicians and stuff reporting the percentage of cases they see. But there's all kinds of genetic and environmental conditions that matter for stuff. Individual brains are wired differently about how easily they can dissociate and how heavily they can dissociate, and how many other coping skills might also be built into their brain that they might try first, not consciously when I say trying different things instead, but that brains might do first before relying on heavy dissociating and stuff. But it's also environmental stuff. A lot of people can go through trauma, even really bad, horrible trauma, but have important aspects of safe community in a way that never leaves them in the kinds of position where their brain needs to do something like that, you know? And people's tolerance of different things is different depending on all kinds of factors, and there's just so many things. Yeah, I think I was avoiding the word subjective because it felt almost like what am I trying to say? Yeah, stuff like that could be interesting. If there are certain comorbidities and stuff that are really high, there could be a connection with if ASD brains are wired in a way that makes them more likely to rely on dissociation, for instance. But some of that stuff can get tricky because if they are both heavily tied to trauma in different ways, which I've seen a lot of people say, at least, that there's a high correlation between ASD and trauma because people are horrible to people who are different than them. So, and because there are some types of treatment for that which are thankfully becoming less common, and people are talking about how bad they are, but there are some treatments for that have been common for a while that are very bad and inherently traumatic. So yeah, I didn't want subjective to make it sound like it there's very real and in some cases measurable factors at play, and it's not subjective in the sense of opinion type stuff or choice, because I'm not trying to say that some people give up really easily and then become systems or anything like that. it just, like, people's exact brains and circumstances vary a lot on a bunch of different factors, and a lot of them can affect whether or not you become a system. So I mean, yeah, I feel like objectivity and opinions are different categories of ideas to begin with, but yeah. Statistics can be helpful in some ways, but I think some of the ways that they are used in psychology on like the treatment and diagnosis end of things can end up being harmful, because if a lot of doctors and stuff view something as extremely rare, they put less time and energy into understanding that thing, and they have a stigma in their mind where they think that it's really unlikely that anyone that they treat would have that thing, because the statistics say that it's so rare, and it can become self-fulfilling in that way of where nobody's diagnosing it because nobody thinks that many people have it, and so the idea that it's rare makes the statistics look like it's rarer than it actually is, you know? And in a similar vein, if a lot of doctors know that like anxiety and depression generally are really common, and they just are going to see anything that looks even a tiny bit like either of those things, they might just slap that label on it, not look any closer, and just try to treat that. Psychology is definitely getting better. There's a lot of stuff they could still improve, and that might always be the case. And there's a lot we don't know generally about brains and humans and all kinds of other stuff. But anyway, back to the game. So it's not safe to send him away from Inazuma right now because there's thunderstorm. Okay.
I know it's going to be dangerous, but there aren't many other options left.
What if the boat capsizes? Drowning is really scary. If things are this bad, couldn't you have just not come back in the first place?
Well, there's something I felt I had to do. But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these unbelievable changes. I had made my mind up originally, but now I'm not sure anymore. I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm very grateful to them for taking me in.
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long as you've got that little piece of paper, you'll always be a valued customer of the Naganoharas.
Little piece of paper?
Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders fireworks for a commemorative event, we always include a little paper slip with the goods. Only people from inside my family can understand what's written on it. It's the recipe for the fireworks they ordered. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same firework as the original one they purchased, whether it's 10 or even 100 years later.
That's cool.
Wow, that is so awesome.
It's a family
We're
tradition.
so close
All
now.
our regular customers know about this.
Josh,
The slip I
maybe?
have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke.
Yeah, I think so.
Now that I think about it, it must be nearly 20 years ago. I would have thought that things would turn out the way they have.
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just a last resort for if there's no other way. I'll still try and come up with a different solution, because it'd be much better if you could stay in Inazuma. Whatever their reasons might be, if our customers come to us looking for help, we're not about to leave them high and dry.
Thank you. This way, I still have some time to consider my options.
Alright, well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long. Hurry up and get back inside. I'll let you know as soon as I have an update for you.
All
Okay.
right, I'll leave it to you then, I guess.
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit, even though he was born and raised in Inazuma. Speaking of, you guys only got here recently. How did you manage to get a permit?
Even then, we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi Chisato of the Kanjo Commission.
I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess that won't be of much help to Sakujiro.
Yeah.
I just wish the commissions could be a little bit more flexible. I bet nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, no matter what, I have to find a way to help him. I'm sorry. I invited you to come watch the fireworks, but now I have to run a few errands. You don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials in the boat by myself. And then you can come meet me back at the house later.
I'll come, I
cool.
guess.
Then let's start with Sakujiro's boat. We can chat along the way. Oh yeah! If it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met?
She saved me from drowning this one time, and after that,
Oh, yeah.
we started traveling together. Why do you ask?
Nothing.
Why would I not
Just
take the
an
bridge?
envious
What am I
secret
doing?
Relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the time. Why do you look so excited?
Because you said person and not
Oh.
floating child or a mascot.
Dream of being number one. It's in the hands of my disciples now.
Yeah, definitely. A small percentage of the entire global population is still a lot of people.
Koichi, I'm here! How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, alright, I guess. I was questioned, though. Wait, should we really be talking about this in front of them?
Oh, don't worry, they're my friends. You can trust them. They came with me to check up on the boat.
Yeah, you could say we're all in the same boat here.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being cautious. The boat is ready, but I'll have to be discreet moving it here.
Huh? Why is that?
Because of the Sokoku decree, the Tenryo Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel. Even the smallest ones, they'll stop and interrogate us, demanding to know what we plan on doing with it. It's a real nuisance.
I understand. I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you for fireworks, and again this time. So just consider this my way of saying thank you. Right, I'll go fetch the boat now. I should be back shortly.
Thank you. Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was made in strict accordance with what was on the paper slip. You won't find the slightest thing wrong with them.
All right then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make sure your new friends get to see it. It's an Inazuma tradition after all.
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what? You
Why am I
should tell them about the
dissociating so
past.
much?
About the first time you ordered fireworks for my family.
That's a long story, actually. Where do I start? Maybe I'll come back to that after moving the boat here.
Oh, right, yeah. Got caught up in the conversation there.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it for now and meet you back here later.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have ended up chatting the rest of the day away. I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days that I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with anyone. It's killing me. Of course, Pops is happy to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, it's difficult to get an interesting reaction from him. And I'm doing it again, aren't I? What I meant to say was, While Koichi is bringing the boat here, we should try to find some firework materials. I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. We're missing a lot of materials.
Okay.
It'll
What?
be fine. It's actually like this every year. There's always a bunch of extra orders to slot in here and there. When people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, no matter how busy I am, I'm always happy to take their orders.
So, what you're trying to say is that you enjoy the work?
Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with watching things go boom! And then seeing all the lights and colors and... But what I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. It'll all be fine. Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes, you know? So, when I'm in the mood and I've got a lot to say, I just have to get all out there in one go and leave no regrets. Let's head to the city. I think I'll try my luck with some people that I know.
Question! Doesn't it hurt your voice talking all the time?
It can get uncomfortable, I guess, but what else would I be using my voice for?
Huh. You kinda have a point.
Yeah. Where am I going? I don't want to stop in the middle of this, but I'm dissociating a lot now. So how exactly am I looking for fireworks materials in this area?
Ah, here we are.
Oh. Like that. Okay. Oops.
Hello, Morihiko. How's business these days?
Oh shit. Another
Yoy
ad's gonna
Mia,
play.
there you are. I thought you might show up. Ha, no need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks materials, I assume. I put a batch aside just for you. It'll definitely be enough.
I'm gonna pause for a second and see if I can ground some while the ad plays anyway. So I'll be right back, hopefully. I'm not sure if I need to switch, maybe? Or if I'm just dissociating a lot. And if I do need to switch, I don't know who it would be. So I'm pretty sure Josh is here. But I don't think he's the only one, but I can't really hear anybody else. Like, it wasn't a super heavy topic, really. And like, I don't think we got triggered. But I don't know. I guess let's try to keep going for now.
Huh? Really? How did you know?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your hands on some last-minute materials. I've come to expect it now. There's always a few extras unaccounted for, eh?
Oh, I'm so sorry for bothering you every time.
Ah, come on now. You know I didn't mean it like that. I'd sooner have my business go under than turn down one of your requests. What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made?
Yeah.
It's no trouble at all, my friend. Once when I had an argument with my son, Yoimiya was the one who came and calmed him down. I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya, who knows, he probably would have run away by now.
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. It's just, he doesn't know how to express it. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious around him. Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when I'm talking with other people.
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more trouble in the future, just come to me. Even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige. Customers come first. Always.
All right then. Everyone's always saying what a good kid you are. Your father must be very proud of you. Go ahead and take the ore, by the way. It's on the house.
Oh, no you don't! That's out of the question!
Don't worry. Just take it as a token of my gratitude.
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me. Can't we just play by normal business rules here?
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it. Surely you've got a load of other things you need to get done today.
Well, how about this then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it a down payment against any fireworks you want to purchase in the future.
There's no convincing you, is there? All right then, if you insist. Pass on my regards to your dad. Tell him Morihiko wishes him health and happiness.
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too hard. You don't want to make yourself ill again.
Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya.
Some water. Whoa. My heart rate didn't jump up. Why did I get so dizzy? I feel like Josh is trying to tell me something, but I can't tell what it is. And I can't really guess because it could easily be, hey, you should stop streaming, but it could also easily be, hey, stop paying attention to why you're dissociating or anything and keep playing the game as a distraction. I don't know. Okay, I think somebody's triggered. But I don't think it's related to the conversation or anything. What? Do you think you can fix it, Charlie? Yeah. That doesn't reach that far. Let's... hold on. I have an idea. Wait. Why is that not? There we go. Ow. Yeah, you're cute. Can't tell who's triggered. And if it's about the game, that still wouldn't technically narrow down what I should do that much. Because it might be the type of thing where we should stop. But it could also be the type of thing where we should, like, get it over with while we're already triggered from it. Instead of just coming back to it next time. I mean, systems can be structured in a lot of different ways. Some systems are structured more like a family, some are structured like different communities and stuff. Just depends on the system and a lot of stuff like how big the system is, how good or bad the communication is, obviously what rules and stuff they specifically needed, and what the alters with those roles, what their personalities are like and stuff. Bye. What you doing? I think we have an option for channel points to redeem them to have Charlie Cam be big for a little bit, like this. I did it for now because I think she was trying to task to help us ground and stuff. And if I'm pausing doing the game for a little bit, this is a way if I'm gonna still try to stream to have it still have like something happening on the stream. And that might be a little less boring if there's a big cute puppy and stuff. While I figure out what I'm gonna do. You just getting comfortable, or are you trying to leave? Getting comfortable, okay. Well, she doesn't seem to think that I need aggressive grounding now. I think I'm talking faster, which is a pretty good sign. Okay. I guess the next test is if it gets bad again if I try to keep going through the quest.
Well, for one thing, if you want to commemorate something, naturally you're gonna want something loud, bright, and beautiful. But I think more importantly than that, everyone trusts us. If it wasn't for our customers, we wouldn't be able to stay in business. Anyway, we've gotten all the materials we need now, so that solves that problem. Next, we just need to go find someone to process them.
Might have figured it out. I think she's coming across really like people-pleasing fawn response in some ways to us.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
And it seems to some extent maybe like it's raising that. Like you're always willing to help anybody with whatever they want and be really happy about it, and that's why everybody likes you, you know?
Relax.
She is very, very soft. Especially we gave her a trim the other day, so it feels even softer. And we've been working on brushing out her undercoat and stuff because she's shedding more now that it's warm and everything. She definitely wanted to be in my lap. Okay. Some amount of people pleasing is like could be seen as just like listening to boundaries or having empathy or like being generous to some extent, but it can definitely get to a place of A, not taking care of yourself, only taking care of other people, and or B,
Someone can't handle it. Maybe that's their problem.
continuing to put people first who are not treating you well. It doesn't really seem definitely like, especially that second one, it doesn't seem like anybody's treating her badly. At least so far, but I don't know. It might just be reminding us of that. Like idea in general. And some of our triggers are more sensitive than normal sometimes, and it's a bad time of year for us, so could be something like that.
Relax.
Um,
How can I improve my culinary skills?
Stay here. Let's try to finish it.
Hajime, Mr. Aminoma, it's me.
Ah, Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you must be here for some firework materials.
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya gets leading up to the fireworks show.
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while? I have quite a backlog of weapons orders right now.
No worry. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, that could be a problem. Some worries. How about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your orders, you can help me process my ore, right?
That will depend on my master.
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Aminoma? As you know, it's not long now until the Naganohara fireworks show starts. There's still a lot of fireworks left to make, if I don't finish them on time.
Talkative as ever, I see, dear child. The essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. When the mind is disturbed, it will show in the blade that is forged. If you badger Hajime like this, you will only succeed in disrupting his concentration.
But this is a special circumstance, surely. The Naganohara fireworks show is right around the corner.
So give me your ore, and I will process it for you.
Huh? Master, you mean you'll do the work personally?
Is that so surprising? It is, after all, the only option.
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Aminoma.
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. This I know well. In addition to this, I am indebted to Ryunosuke for all the business he has given me. But Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the future. Do not rush everything at the last minute.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover any unexpected changes of plan late in the day.
Though for you, dear child, no matter how much you prepare in advance, it may never be
What's
enough.
that supposed to mean?
Excuse me. I will be back shortly.
It does seem, in general,
Wow, Mr. Aminoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains! It's beautiful! I'm at a loss for words. It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks like your craft hasn't degraded one bit.
Of course. I have studied these techniques my whole life. They are impossible for me to forget.
So, have Amenoma Art and Naganohara Fireworks been working together for a long time already?
Back in the day, it was my master, and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed
But
from
he
one
didn't want to
generation
chat.
to another, but the ingredients required to make fireworks have remained the same. Hajime, in the future, this will be up to you.
I know.
Alright, I won't bother you guys any longer. Oh, remember to come and watch the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait for him.
Okay. You gonna talk again? No, okay. It does seem like a lot of the other people in the town are being generous back to her, which is good, and it's a good sign that, like, people aren't taking advantage of her and stuff.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
The essence of the Amenoma art is to have the patience to move mountains and unrelenting willpower.
Yeah, there's definitely a balance to a lot of things like that, and most things can be taken to a harmful extreme. I think Josh wants me to keep going and just try to finish this quest. Where are you taking me? Random spot in the grass. Okay.
Just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But not to worry, because actually, I've been hoping for a chance to have a nice long chat with you all day. Sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so good to me, though. It's all gone really smoothly.
Feels like Paimon has barely spoken a word this whole trip.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys, so I wanted to find an opportunity to catch up. When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have the chance to sit down and have a proper chat. You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma?
I'm gonna bring up freedom, I think.
Oh, sounds great! I heard they pretty much have no rules over there, right? So people are free to live their life however they want, doing whatever makes them happy. My pops actually received a gift from one of his old customers over there. It was from the winery or something.
Oh, cool.
Dawn Winery! Their dandelion wine is super famous.
Yes, that's the one. I remember when he drank it. I've never seen him enjoy a bottle of wine so much in his life. He was telling me all night about how good it tasted. My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's to see a certain view or to fulfill a certain wish. So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
We haven't stopped completely putting co-conscious alters information on the screen. I think we do it less in gaming streams because there's just less available space on the screen than in videos or like YouTube streams. But also sometimes it's hard to tell who all is close and or they're not like affecting whoever's fronting that much, so it's not like as relevant. I think it makes the most sense for us to include it when they are participating in some way, like offering their thoughts on whatever we're talking about, for instance, or if we're blurry to some extent and it might sound a little bit more like them sometimes, or they might end up switching at some point and it seems like that or whatever. But there's also an extent to which, like, Josh is almost always around the front with me. And in a similar way as like when I'm not fronting, other alters often don't bother to put that I'm co-conscious because that's just kind of assumed. So unless I'm like blurring with them somewhat or like co-fronting, it doesn't like make as much sense to have me listed as one of them. So like Josh is kind of in that category at this point because he's just basically always around the front with me. The amount that we switch depends on a bunch of stuff. We might switch less sometimes on live streams if we are more stressed in certain ways, because it's tied in somewhat to our masking response sometimes. We might like kind of automatically fight switches more if we're less comfortable. But it depends on all kinds of stuff. Like I think whoever's close and Trigger doesn't want to be fronting, for instance, so they are probably actively fighting the switch. And therefore I am to some extent, and Josh probably is helping with that too, because that's part of his job. But yeah, it depends. With Genshin specifically, we've gotten less switchy than we were at the beginning. We were extremely switchy in our first few Genshin streams, because it was brand new, and just stuff about the art style and the world in general and stuff was constantly pulling different people. And there's a bunch of rapid switching and co-fronting and blurring and all that. But that's calmed down a lot. Because it's not new, so it's not as exciting and stuff. And some of those alters like have gotten bored with it or can more easily just kind of hang out co-conscious and watch without ending up switching or anything like that. But it just depends. We also could be switching sometimes and not realizing it. That can happen too. Like I've been editing switching compilation to belatedly celebrate when we hit 600 subscribers on YouTube. And there were some times that I saw that in live streams where we didn't seem to realize we were switching for a little bit. But in editing, I'm like, oh, we're rapid switching right now in the stream that I'm watching. So yeah, I think it's about to do another ad though, so I should probably wait to keep going on the dialogue. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Ellipse, if you're still around, do you have any idea of how much longer this specific quest is by any chance? Seems like we might just be doing all of the steps of acquiring our order of fireworks or whatever, and maybe that's the thing that we need to do before we can keep going with the Archon quest. Yeah, no worries. We just did the step of getting the ore processed. Oh, that's true too. Now that the ad's done, I just remembered another factor. We are, like, about you saying that it seems like we're switching less, Cosma. Since moving here, we are noticeably switching less and masking more. It's probably a pretty automatic response because we are living with some of our family. We're safe and everything. It's a completely safe situation for us to be in, but it still probably heightens that masking response. And some of the changes in our system and stuff too, like we might be switching less to some extent because Josh is good at his job and is fully dedicated to the front area, whereas Jaden was multitasking with stuff inside all the time and couldn't focus as heavily on helping to prevent like stressful or unnecessary switches, especially when people weren't trying to switch, or like rapid switching cycles that can get really hard on us sometimes. 3 steps left in this part. Okay, well, maybe we'll stop there. I guess we'll see. I'm trying to weigh I think I said this before, but weigh the idea of like taking a break if some aspects of this quest seem to be somewhat triggering versus the idea of if we're gonna have to come back and finish it later anyway, and we will want to do it on stream then anyway. If we're still kind of functioning now, should we just get it over with? But maybe that trigger wouldn't be as sensitive next time, but maybe it would be more sensitive. So, I don't know. I'll get to the end of this part, I guess, and then see how we feel, because we've been going for 2 hours too, so like, if we take this long for the other 2 parts, that's longer than we should probably stream, even just physically, at least without taking a food break. But let's see. I don't think I'm gonna outright say that we're trying to. I don't think I'm gonna call their god an enemy god. So I'm gonna say that.
We're looking for answers from the gods too. You were separated from your family because of a god?
Oh, I guess I did say that. Okay.
That must be really tough.
I hate both of those answers. I'm gonna pretend this doesn't say sometimes.
I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. You know, I was going to ask if you guys wanted to stay here in Inazuma. Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of tranquility where very little ever changes.
It is not tranquil
The advantage
there.
of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a great place to come and rest. Let me
No,
put it this
it's
way.
not.
I was just
Not
worried that you might
currently.
be getting weary. And if you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the things that made you want to start your journey in the first place.
Sometimes. That's also just how it is.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle. Even trying to have fun. You won't be able to enjoy yourself if you're too tired. An adventure
What do I
friend
do
of
if I'm
mine
tired
once
all
told
the
me
time?
that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had along the way.
Now it's feeling kind of lectury. Somebody who is around now I don't think likes her very much. Jade, maybe? Might just be a personality clash type thing. Okay, my communication inside isn't great right now, but the 2 things that came through are, someone thinks she's being a little preachy, and that is starting to feel like toxic positivity. So, that could definitely be Jade, but it could also be a bunch of other people. Let's pretend this sounds like at least a little sarcastic.
Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way to get you feeling relaxed and happy.
Ew.
And you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave eventually, I want to make sure you at least leave with fond memories. Who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home.
I mean, isn't that kind of a military dictatorship right now? that is extremely strict against its own citizens. I get that your idea of it is like what it's supposed to be, but that's not what it is. I hate to break it to you, but there's a reason you are currently hiding a fugitive in your house. Or your business, which I'm now not sure if that's also your house, but who knows.
I already have an idea of the color and type of fireworks I want to give you guys. I'll keep it a secret for now, though.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head over to the boat. Or, did you want to keep chatting a little longer?
Yeah, we're done chatting.
Okay, good. Let's go then. Just act naturally, though. We don't want to raise any suspicion.
Great.
If it can withstand the storms out on the ocean, it must be super sturdy, right?
Absolutely. Rest assured that the quality is guaranteed.
Cool. Let's go. On a boat.
That's way too small.
For what? I don't remember what the boat's for. Wasn't the boat for just getting the one guy off the island? It could definitely easily fit 1 or 2 people. Looks like it could easily fit at least 3 people. Why is it way too small? Are we all going in it? It's possible I was dissociating through most of this quest so far today, and any of it that happened before today, I have no idea what happened. I know the very overarching thing about this area of the Archon quest is the decree thing where none of them are supposed to have the powers that come from the one thingy that I'm forgetting what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, it looks sturdy.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's
Vision,
the
that's it.
finest Inazuman
Thank
timber.
you.
Still, I'll be the first to admit that if he's planning to ride this into the storm, it's going to be exceedingly dangerous.
I'm also hoping Sakajiro won't have to use it. It's just there as a last resort. I gotta say though, Koichi, it feels like your craft has improved once again.
I'm not the one you should be praising. It's all thanks to the guys who kindly pitched in. To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately, then assembled them secretly in the night.
Okay.
This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger and there's no way it would pass the Tenryo Commission's inspection.
Let's store the boat here for now then. I'll fill Sakajiro in when I get back. He'll need to make some preparations before setting sail.
Is it just for him then?
Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden. Doesn't helping Sakajiro make you a collaborator in the eyes of the Tenryo Commission?
Maybe it does, but I knew what I was getting into from the moment I agreed to help him.
Yeah, I
My
suppose.
family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. We work very closely with them. And whenever there's a national event of any sort, the other 2 commissions come to us too. As long as
Okay.
I'm polite and respectful and don't cause a fuss, they won't look to cause trouble for me either. And anyway, to your point about collaboration, you've been helping out too, right?
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait! Oh no!
I'm wondering now if we're saying the boat might be too small, not because of the number of people who need to be in it, but because it's supposed to travel across a big ocean. That would make some sense. Because it's like a little boat when maybe we were picturing like a ship. Yeah, we've started out as the bad guy literally everywhere we've gone, haven't we?
Ah, so you're seasoned crooks already, eh? Don't know what
I
I was worried
guess.
about then. Anyway, thanks
Yeah,
for
well, we're
everything,
kind of
Koichi.
joining the revolution in your country already,
And your
so...
fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my pops to settle the boat construction fees.
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be sure to scold me if she found out I'd taken Mora from the Naganoharas.
Okay.
Sis! Oh, let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be a
Oh
thriving
yeah,
merchants
with
guild
big
in
lightning
Inazuma.
storms
They
too.
got really prosperous. At one
What's
point,
that?
there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them learning their respective family's business. They were a tightly knit group of friends, but eventually, they all grew up and decided they each wanted to go into business themselves. It was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of the world, and that they'd have far less opportunity to see each other in the future.
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go watch some fireworks together one last time.
They were all very ambitious types, and each had their own knack for doing business. One by one, they left, until Koichi was the only one of them remaining in Inazuma. After that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them did come back to visit, fireworks would always be involved.
Yeah, no matter how close you and your friends are, there's always gonna be some distance after being separated for a long time. But as soon as the fireworks lit up the sky, it'd instantly take us right back to our childhood, and we'd be chatting away like in the old days.
Yeah.
To us, those memories are eternal.
Oh, so this is what you meant when you were talking about commemorating things.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people down when they're counting on me for their fireworks.
Yeah, it does seem like a pretty big cultural
Anyway,
thing
I need to go update Sakujiro. See you,
in
Koichi.
Inazuma.
Thanks again for your help.
Yeah, I should get out of here too. I don't want to get caught red-handed.
Okay, story time. So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention how they used to play with me when I was a kid or held me once as a baby or something. But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway, so I never have a clue who they are. One time, he shows up with another one of his friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes, I do! You held me once when I was just a baby. Koichi just bursts out laughing and says, actually, this is one of his carpenter friends. Turns out, he's a lot younger than he looks. Just a few years older than me. I went bright red and must have apologized like a million times. It was so embarrassing.
It's okay, I don't remember most of my childhood either. Hi, puppy. Hi. Aw, cute. Okay. Here again. Suppose that makes sense. Oh, we're knocking this time? It's the first time I've gotten to choose when I started. I wish it always let me choose.
The boat is already and waiting. I'll mark the location for you on the map. Before you leave, I recommend that you pack some food and water. You can never be too prepared.
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince myself to leave again.
Yeah.
Especially when I'll be going up against the stormy ocean on a tiny little boat. My prospects don't look great.
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Tenryo Commission. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find you here. Time is starting to run out.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come. I promise I won't cause you and your family any more trouble.
Well,
Ain't it like that? If we ever ran into any problems, I'm sure I'd figure something out. But if the Tenryo Commission does catch up to you, then make a run for the boat.
Okay, I won't let them catch me. But... no, I guess this whole trip was a waste in the end.
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma anyway?
yeah.
Is there something you wanted to do?
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on things now, I was really just running away from my responsibilities.
Okay.
Once I started to realize that, I got restless. I couldn't stop thinking about the people and the things I'd left behind. So forget it. What does it matter now? It's too late anyway. I originally wanted to make up for all my regrets, but instead...
But part
I found
2 is
myself in
me
a
doing
situation
whatever
I
you need to do.
What a pity.
Talk to us about it. Maybe we could...
Uh-huh.
If
See?
only there was no
I was
such open
right.
decree, huh?
Yeah, that decree.
Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to buy you as much time as possible until you reach your final decision. The Tenryo Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, there might be a way. Oh, that's right! That elderly couple, old customers of ours, their son's in the Tenryo Commission, isn't he?
Oh, is that what we're
As
doing?
well. That's it.
Oh
good hunting.
boy.
Maybe they can do something.
Are you sure they won't just report me instead?
Yeah, that seems pretty
Oh,
dangerous.
don't worry about that. They're really nice people. I know them well. They won't cause us any issues. All right. You should get back indoors, Sakajiro. We'll be back in no time at all.
I hope
Okay,
that's not
let's
just
go.
blind
Time
optimism.
waits for no one. Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those materials? There's so many orders to finish. Pops!
You're putting too much on your plate.
No, never mind. I know. I'll write him a note telling him to sort out the fireworks.
Yeah. You should also try to learn sign language or something if you can.
Because what he needs isn't an answer, just time.
Okay. Oh, it looks like it already locked co-op. Oops. Well... I guess let's keep going then. Don't mind me just hopping over your fence. Ask for help, so probably talk to them. There we go.
Well,
I'm smart.
if it isn't Yoimiya, come on in, dear. Come and take a seat. Are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very difficult time getting into Inazuma nowadays.
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. But seeing as they came all this way, we locals should give them a warm welcome.
Oh, before I forget, I brought the fireworks that you ordered.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you, dear. Your family is so good to us every year. First your father, and now you. I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next heir of Naganohara fireworks.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things like that. It's bad luck.
We aren't as young as we once were, though. The body knows it. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land, carrying water back and forth. But now, even a moment of light work leaves me with all sorts of aches and pains.
Hey, me
I
too.
wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down to get started, I suddenly felt that if I went any further, I wouldn't be able to get back up again.
No worries. Say no more. We'll handle it.
Oh.
No, no, no. We can't be putting you to work when you're a guest in our home.
And when we have such a
I'll just
long
go
to-do
fetch
list
the tea
already.
and some snacks, and then we'll continue our conversation.
It's
Well,
fine.
we don't have time for
It's not
that
like it's the
either.
first time I've helped you with
Oh my
chores.
god, okay.
I just haven't had much time recently with the fireworks show coming up. But once that's out of the way, I'll be sure to come by more often.
It's no trouble, really. We don't mind helping.
Wait,
Oh,
do we have time
you're
for this?
such good kids. As for mine, he's all grown up now. Hasn't found anyone yet. And he doesn't visit very often. If you're quite sure it's no trouble, then
Go, faces over
I
there.
have some pickled radish here. Would you mind delivering it to Satoru on the other side of the village?
Sure, it won't take us a moment. The
Yeah, I
old folks aren't
suppose.
very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds first, and then deliver the pickled radish.
Okay, sure. Oh, that's easy. I can aim well. Hey. Can you hit the bush, please? Okay. That's less easy. Okay. Okay. Good. Nope, that's good. You did it. Not a catalyst. Oh. For some reason I had in my head that I probably had to use air. You're right. That's much easier.
Just about do it.
What?
Satoru is on the other side
That
of the
didn't sound
village.
like
Let's
me.
go see him now.
Wait, what? Give the go. Okay. Oh, co-op is unlocked. What do I? Okay. Whoever keeps rapposition with me, or blurring with me, or whatever. Should we just try to keep going and do a really long stream and take a break to eat or something if we need to? Or we've been going 2.5 hours. We ate right before that. So are we like at the very beginning of part 2 of 3 of this quest? Is that right? Okay. It's almost time for another ad anyway. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I pause but don't actually end the stream here.
Gosh.
Eat, see how I'm feeling, so that at that point I can decide to keep going and let co-op lock again or call it there. I might do that because I don't really want to stop yet and I feel like I can go faster. Like, it might be shorter anyway, but I also feel like I can go faster now that I'm dissociating less. And doing a third of a quest in 2.5 hours and getting nothing else done feels kind of silly. The middle section is shorter. Okay.
I never embark on a journey without a good
Well,
book to accompany me.
Yeah, let's do that. That seems like a good middle ground. So I'm gonna pause with the hope of doing at least a little more after eating and then come back. So if anybody needs to get food or stretch or whatever, it'll be, I'm gonna guess maybe around a 10-minute break, and I'm gonna try to run like an extra ad toward the end of the break to so that we can go uninterrupted. And then I'll update if during that break, if it becomes clear that we should stop instead. Or whatever, I'll let you know, but I'm hoping we can go at least a little bit more after that. Does that work for people? Because we've been chipping away tiny piece by tiny piece at this Archon quest for so long.
Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude.
I guess technically at the very beginning of our stream we did level up our world, so we didn't do just this. Oh, and we farmed some of the handguards and ascended Ayaka. Okay, so that's a little better than I thought, but still. Yeah, no worries. And people can always watch part or all of it back later, either while it's still up on Twitch while the VOD is still here, or once we get it up on YouTube and all that. But I don't think I really want to stop yet, so yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. So longer break for food and stuff, and then we will be back in a little bit. Okay. Oh, I should try the cam back. This one. Right? Yes. Pull her over a little. Okay. I think that helped even more to ground us and stuff. I'm also realizing that Raven is probably close to the front too, and some of the comments and stuff I was getting could easily have been from him. I don't have as good of communication with him, so especially when my communication overall is going down a bit, I could easily mistake him for someone else, I feel like. So yeah, let's keep going.
Hey, Storu. How have you been? Keeping well?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has changed. You're looking full of life, as always.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers, the family business just keeps getting better and better.
Okay.
We sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is they were a real hit. So it looks like we'll be getting more business from over there in the future.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure you and Mr. Ryunosuke can manage? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me for help.
We should be fine. I think we can cope.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This is some pickled radish from Mrs. Imatani.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. I never used to be a fan of pickled radish, would you believe? But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff and I couldn't get enough of it. It's a family staple now.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone doing?
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated argument, but I guess that's every family ever. Being close to family is better than never getting to see them. Even if it does mean putting up with some conflict.
Depends on the amount of conflict.
Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship. But still,
and intensity of it.
Get lonely with their child never visiting.
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. I think they're just used to it. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future. That way, they won't get so bored.
It's not your responsibility.
I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village. You're always welcome here.
Thank you! Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
Okay. I'm realizing that some of the, like, kind of sarcastic comments and stuff that we're making are probably helpful if some of the stuff she's saying is triggering to any extent, because it's, like, actively kind of acting the opposite intentionally of the way that those like, instead of feeling like we have to go along with it and also be people pleasing and fawning and whatever, if we're not acting like that and then nothing bad happens, like whoever is triggered about it, it might be grounding to realize that it's safe and that we don't need to do that and stuff. So we might I think at least one person who's around doesn't vibe much with her personality anyway, but I think we might end up saying more like snarky things against her than all of us even necessarily mean completely for that purpose, if that makes sense. But yeah. Alright, let's go.
That was quick. Ah, young people are so handy.
Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have their strengths.
I don't have either of those.
Speaking of youth,
that's rude.
Do you know what? It's been 50 years this year.
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how the time flies.
Since what?
You barely notice as the years go by, but then suddenly 50 years have passed.
50 years since what? Some
Yeah.
important day?
That's what I said.
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years ago, back in the days when this young lady was still trying to win me over, that...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly smitten and desperately trying to win my affection.
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naganahara fireworks show. We've been together ever since.
Yeah, congratulations.
To tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when I walked into the Naganahara's shop and ordered my firework. Even as it was rising up into the sky, I still had no clue what I was going to say. But then it exploded, the sky lit up. I looked back at her and saw her eyes twinkling in the light of the fireworks. Before I knew what was happening, apparently, I'd already said it. And, well, she'd said yes.
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time. In others, it's no time at all. Really, it's just a number.
I
But
suppose.
50 years of being together, now that is something worth commemorating.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary. If I'd known, I would have made some extra fancy fireworks just for you.
Oh, no, it's quite all right. We always set off the same firework every year. It wouldn't be the same
Tradition.
without it. Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days.
Positive trigger.
Even at this age, we still look back with not a single regret.
That I highly doubt.
What a great relationship they have.
Not a single regret about
Enough
anything.
about us, though. Yoimiya, aren't you busy with the fireworks show coming up? Was there something you needed to discuss?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a difficult thing to talk about, but here goes.
Sakujiro. So he came back.
You even said his name?
Huh? You know him?
He was our boy's best friend when they were young.
Well, that might increase your chances.
They were inseparable. They grew up together, shared everything with each other, and went everywhere together. But one day, they had a terrible argument.
Oh, wait, maybe the opposite.
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful, and wanted to see what the outside world was like. But our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt that there was nothing wrong at all with being peaceful. You know what children are like. They get terribly worked up about these sorts of things. In the end, Sakujiro stormed off, and that was that.
I see.
People do care about their worldview,
said
yes.
nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but he didn't want to talk with us about how he was really feeling.
So you
Eventually,
respected his wishes, right?
Whether out of pent-up anger or for some other reason, he joined the Tenryou Commission.
Right.
He rarely comes home anymore.
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. But since it's Sakujiro, I don't feel there's any way we can get involved.
It's right the second time.
Strange coincidence. Who'd have thought?
I don't think it's a
I understand
coincidence.
now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said because of past mistakes and wasn't willing to elaborate. Now I finally understand why he can't decide what to do.
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up to join the Tenryou Commission's most wanted list.
The other thing we're noticing about, blanking on her name. Jeez. The girl this whole quest is about, who we've been with. It starts with like Yoi something. She is like constantly being really, really overly generous with her time and everything else to everybody. And a lot of other people are trying to do it back, but she's not really letting them. Which feels toxic to me. Like she feels like Yoimiya, thank you. It feels like she thinks she owes everybody. Or that like that's how she can be a good person or be liked by everybody or whatever, but that she shouldn't let anybody be generous back to her. And that feels bad. You know?
Well, no worries. If that's the case, then never mind. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you. This sounds like something for Sakujiro and Keisuke to resolve between themselves.
Okay.
Yes. It'd be so nice if they could go back to the way things were.
I think after all these years, they ought to let go of their grudges.
Well, can't say we didn't try.
Yeah.
I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
Oh, that's where we're going. That's further away, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Teleport. Do you guys have a strong preference about whether or not we put, like, co-conscious information on the screen like we would normally do for other types of streams and videos? Because, like, we could put it, like, above Charlie Cam. It would block some of the screen. But I don't know if that would just end up looking really cluttered, or
Time to act.
if it would be helpful or interesting enough that it'd be worth it, or if it wouldn't even look that cluttered, or I don't know. What do you think? Because Charlie Cam is already blocking the second half of our party list anyway.
Please speak to President Sung.
Oh, I guess I'm there.
Something bad's happened.
Oh
Some
no.
people from the Tenryou Commission came by.
Huh? Why? Do they know? Pops, are you alright? They didn't do anything to you, did they?
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because it's a fire hazard.
That's smart.
But they didn't listen.
Dang it.
It seemed like they knew Sakujiro was inside.
Oh no.
Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape through the window.
Oh good.
The Tenryou Commission wasn't able to capture him.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had enough time to make his mind up. Pops, did you see where he went? Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after him.
Yeah, names could
point.
help.
Names. We need names. Suddenly showing up like this, surely it must be Keisuke's doing. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look at them either. If you're wondering which way they went, they left the city. I wish I'd caught their names. But I didn't hear a thing.
As it happens,
Okay.
I did.
Oh,
I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way over.
cool.
I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. Thanks.
Nice.
Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind. Those two running into each other won't solve anything. And even worse, there'll be no coming back from it for Sakujiro.
I
We can't let that
suppose.
happen. Come with me. Let's track them down.
This also isn't your responsibility, though. Oh, we completed that part of the quest. Alright, keep going. How close is that? Close. Okay. Guess I could have looked at the thing about how many meters, maybe?
It's Masazaka and his friends. Let's ask them.
Okay.
Hi, Yoimiya. Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina yokai ready yet?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. You can go collect them from my house later. Are you
That's
gonna
interesting.
play with us, Yoimiya? I'm sorry. I have something important to do right now. I'll be back later on. But I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy, the one you guys love.
Yay! We're gonna get candy! Woohoo! Candy! Whoa!
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Did you see a bunch of scary-looking men come by here at all?
I have an idea that I kind of want to try quick because I just thought of another place I could put it that might be perfectly out of the way, at least for Genshin. Let me quickly set it up. And then this, that, and then this. They're over there. So I had it set up for if it was that, like, instead. That makes sense. Wait. Is that supposed to be based on this being full screen, maybe? Yeah, okay. So that one can stay within, and then this will go down here, and this will go down here. How about that? Doesn't block the text, doesn't block much of the screen. Doesn't block any of my camera or Charlie's camera. And then if it's like a blurring situation, we would put them like up where my picture is in the top left. Just clustered together up there. Or something like that. Yeah. And it's not like unreadably small or anything, hopefully. I guess the text in some other places is similarly small. Okay, let's keep going. If I get more confident at any point that anyone else is around, I might try to squeeze them in somewhere too, but for now I'll leave it there. But especially because I think one or both of them is blurring with me, sometimes I'll go ahead and do that.
Yep, we did. It looked like they were chasing someone.
Okay.
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
No, don't worry.
Well, I completely forgot that's how this started.
Be good kids and stay out of trouble, alright? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play with you after the fireworks start.
We will. We'll be on our best behavior, especially for you, Yoimiya.
Okay.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going.
That seemed kinda
If
caretaker
Sub-Zero
protector
still hasn't made up
vibes.
his mind, I guess I'll have to step in.
No, it's not your responsibility to fix the relationship or any of that.
Look, there are people from the Tenryu Commission over there. It must be them.
Approach them and then what? Guess we'll find out.
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right? We need to talk to them about something.
Didn't you hear me? You're not getting past.
Ugh, what a nuisance! Well, you've only got
Oh
yourself
no.
to blame.
Are we actually fighting them? Oh, great.
Fire hazard!
Oh, you're a bow. That makes some amount of sense, I guess.
No, my sword!
I did that already. Good. Okay. Oh, there seem to be more of them.
Time for a light show.
Oh, come on. Excuse me. Thank you.
Don't be scared.
There we go. Man, there's a lot of them. Well, that's fine.
Cry louder. I must withdraw.
Cool. Did it.
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryou Commission? You will be punished for your actions.
Uh-huh.
There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of the world.
As you run away, yeah.
Look at that. The one with the loudest mouth and the fastest feet.
Okay.
We can't waste any more
That was
time on
funny.
these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Oh, so now you're not wasting time. Her skill makes normal attacks pyro. Okay, so when I did it before switching to Wanderer, that was actually helpful. I suppose. Well, unless it doesn't work on Catalyst, which I guess could make some amount of sense. Hi. What are you, killing him?
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
Well, who chose the
fall
duel?
into your hands. If this is to be my fate, I accept it.
Okay.
I have nothing else to say.
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of view.
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryou Commission.
Only
to
her
await your
normal attacks,
sentencing.
okay.
The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this. Don't you have anything else to say to one another?
Hey, I know you. You're Naganahara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved in other people's business, but stay out of this. It does not concern you.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
Then why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant to leave after you got here?
I or somebody close just had the thought that we could totally shift our perspective on her if we think of it like she is intentionally getting very close to like everybody in her community that she can, very specifically because of the politics of her nation and stuff. Like if it is beneficial to have a bunch of people on your side, but also to like learn a bunch of the stuff that's going on with the people in your community, if that's useful, and then you could argue that the reason that she doesn't take like the offers of generosity from people is that she's kind of saving that up for a situation where she really needs it. Because that could make some amount of sense. And might make us feel a little differently about her. Because it would also be a way that she could be gaining a lot of information and a lot of allies while coming across to people as like really harmless, basically. If she seems just like a really bubbly, optimistic kid, essentially, and like she's just really chatty with everybody, and there's no way she could organize a rebellion or anything like that, you know? That'd be kind of fun.
I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the chance you've been waiting for. To talk everything through.
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryou Commission. There is never any room for discussion. Out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his skills with the sword are as disappointing now as they ever were.
What are you talking about? And just who do you think you're kidding? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. Seems to me like you were hoping for a chance to talk. I can see
That would
it
make
in
sense.
your faces. You both have so much to say, and you're just gonna choose to keep it all inside?
Tuh. Don't flatter yourself. What would you know?
Yoimiya,
Everything about everyone in the town,
it
apparently.
was just my wishful thinking.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by and watch when you haven't even done anything. Keisuke, you seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it your way.
Oh no.
I challenge you to a duel.
Okay.
If I win, then you
Does that I
say
include
everything
me
that's
and
in
my
your
whole
heart.
party?
No more running from your feelings. And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why you came back, no matter what the consequences are. You have to tell him everything. If you don't say anything now, you may never have another chance.
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryou Commission's punishment.
Yoimiya.
I accept. Let's settle this with a duel.
Sir, we're here to back you up.
Back up? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! Alright, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
Okay. Sounds good.
Out of the frying pan!
The wind rises.
Apparently we're picking up little guys first. Oh, there's more little guys. What? Okay, well, I wasted her heal, but I didn't mean to.
We need more men.
Stand down.
What?
I thought I told you to stay away. Now stand down.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Young lady, you are just as obstinate as Sakujiro was back then. Why were you so convinced that we had things to say to each other?
Because of all the snooping.
Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back, but he did order a firework from me. Then, your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard the story, I realized that the firework meant something special to you both. And that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to each other. Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
Well, I suppose
The
that's
reason
true.
I came back is that I felt lost. It wasn't that I'd changed my mind, I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try to escape from reality.
I do that.
I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru, and the justice of Fontaine. It all left a deep impression on me. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma, but then I happened to hear about the Sakoku decree. I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things from the outside world and bring them back home.
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of changing the way things are here?
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that I never should have run away like that. After all, you never ran away.
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been easy for me. But I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me, and I couldn't ignore it any longer.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed, and I desired nothing more than to see her will done. But now, my role is to punish violators of the Sakoku decree and confiscate people's visions. It's not what I signed up for when I joined the Tenryou Commission. I do wonder, am I really doing the right thing? The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force.
What will you say to the higher-ups?
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it.
You
If
can say
wanna
we
come back,
defeated all your men
the
and got
process
away.
of returning to Inazuma from the outside world is long and complicated, but it can be done. I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to wait. And don't kick the bucket on the way out.
Don't worry, Keisuke. I won't. Any chance we can watch the fireworks together?
Maybe next time. I'll be demoted for sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain why I went through with it. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband storage clause. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something I had planned all along. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind, my actions betrayed my intent.
But I think you did the right thing. And look, now you've managed to resolve the grievance in your heart by talking about it.
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were quite so perceptive. You saw right into what I was thinking.
That lines up
Only
with our
because I know
theory.
your parents so well. They're both really nice people, so I didn't think the apple would fall too far from the tree.
I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. Little loud and reckless maybe, but you live up to the family name. By the way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of us set off back then, right? Would you be able to make one for me?
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid Sakujiro is the one with the slip.
Ah, I see. Never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I mentioned that Sakujiro ordered a firework from me, didn't I? I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste, so I'll make an exception and let you set it off instead.
Thank you very much.
No worries. And don't miss out on the start of the fireworks show.
Well, like, now she has an ally in the Tenryou Commission.
Took command of that whole situation was amazing!
What can I say? I like to talk. I'm a strong believer in the power of words. If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep staring at it without doing anything, eventually you'll watch every last opportunity to resolve it slip away before your eyes. Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship, but that's no reason to live with remorse. Anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to watch the fireworks. My pops will set off the firework that I wanted to give to you.
Okay. Seems like we're almost done.
Too slow.
Hope we don't get hit by lightning while we're running through this water. Let's do this, actually. Was it literally on top of there? That sucks a little, but it's fine. Well, there we go. Yeah, that felt like it was probably gonna be the end. Watch the fireworks show. Got it.
Huh?
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
Oh, it's... Keisuke.
So, Yumiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you?
I mean, they're kind of your life's work and
Yumiya?
represent your whole family and stuff.
Oh.
Fine, she won us over.
Amazing. It was so beautiful I could weep. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed.
I think we like her at this point, as long as she helps with the revolution stuff when it gets there. But I think she's going to. I mean, she literally hid a stowaway, so...
Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold one?
Oh.
That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Cool.
Oh, Paimon saw it! It was one of the best ones! They won't forget that anytime soon!
That's what I wanted to hear! I was hoping it would leave a deep impression on you guys. No matter where your journey takes you, no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back fondly on the fireworks you saw tonight. I believe that as time goes by, this firework will only grow brighter and more beautiful in your heart. Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want to see that golden firework again, just come and see me.
Yeah, that looks good. Thanks.
You know, Yoimiya, you seemed to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks. You were so quiet.
System coded?
And it was like you couldn't hear anything at all.
Oh, I could hear you. I just have a habit of being silent while I'm watching fireworks.
Yeah, it's just important to you.
Quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky feels like a sacred ceremony to me.
That's
You
cool.
understand what fireworks mean to me, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, Third Sis, fireworks commemorate friendship. For Keisuke's parents, they commemorate marriage. And for Keisuke and Sakujiro, they were commemorating...
I guess.
Yeah, right, beliefs!
As for me, to be honest, even though I've thought about it countless times before, I still haven't found an answer.
Seriously? Huh. Paimon was expecting something deep and philosophical.
Well, no one's
I think
ever
it's your
asked me this
values.
before, so I've never really settled on an answer. It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it was by chance that I ended up learning this craft from my pops. It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered that people associate watching fireworks with the things that are most precious to them. Fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that our shogun desires. But people's feelings don't just disappear, and it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. If nobody wanted to watch fireworks, then they wouldn't exist.
Yeah. You've gotta go. Okay, see you later. Her values maybe, or like community, I think might be what it commemorates for her.
Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotionally invested in the existence of fireworks. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often. But I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay.
Inazuma is not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and see about the next operation that Toma and Ayaka were talking
Cool, I
about,
think I unlocked it. That's what I was about to check.
It's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?
That sure sounds like I unlocked it, but I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's exciting. I will probably wrap it up there then, because we've been going for 3.5 hours. And we got to a good spot, and if I still have some energy, I might be able to work on the switching compilation to finally celebrate when we hit 600 subscribers over on YouTube. We are very behind on getting that up. We've been over 600 subscribers for a little bit now. We're almost at 650 actually. But I'm getting very close to the faster part of the process. After we've gone through all the footage and gotten the clips, then we just have to arrange them and make any little adjustments needed, and then get it ready to upload and stuff. So yeah, might be able to get that done very, very soon if we keep going at our current pace. So keep an eye out for that. And we have a video filmed but not edited for Monday, so hopefully that'll go up too. Otherwise, keep an eye out for at least a stream over there, like a Q&A stream, probably on Tuesday instead. Or if we get the switching compilation done in time for Monday, but then haven't gotten the video ready yet, maybe we'll upload the switching compilation and then get the video ready for later in the week or something. But we're not going to count the switching compilation as like our weekly video for sure, because it's not a normal video. So yeah, and that's part of the point too of it celebrating reaching a subscriber goal, for it to be a bonus video. So yeah, keep an eye out for all that stuff. We'll try to do more streams soon. There's a couple like flexible possible streams that we could do tomorrow and Friday. Otherwise it would hopefully be Path on Saturday, so we'll see if we end up doing any extra streams this week or not. Also, for patrons, I'm going to be trying to schedule the Patreon exclusive stream and movie night from the polls today to be like at the end of the week or over the weekend. I think it was the last option for each of them, so keep an eye out for that too. And yeah, we will see you soon for more stuff, but thanks for hanging out with us. Bye!